Delta X Productions. Productions.
Hey guys, Tucker here, and as you notice, I'm in my car, and I'm doing this because I just got back from watching that Addams Family 2. I thought it was going to be called, like, it had a subtitle like Addams Family Vacation. Apparently it doesn't, so I'm really wondering what's going on with that. But the main thing is that I just got out of the theater and I decided to give you my first impressions on it. I'm seeing this as a way to help make some more videos out and really give you like if you should see it in theaters or not, since I see it right out of my theater. If you're hearing background noise, probably it's we'll check the time. It's around 10:30. Kids will probably be out on a Saturday night, so the key thing is that I think, just in case if I don't do a review on this movie, this can help give my first impressions on it, and and all around just tell you the experience I have, and also possibly tell you things that happen in the theater. So with that out of the way, I want to talk to you about the new Addams Family movie I just saw, Addams Family 2. There'll probably be spoilers. No, I lied. There is spoilers. But to help get through the non-spoiler area, it's better than the first one. It was much more enjoyable. I know they replaced Finn Wolfhard. He played Pugsley with some other person. That was pretty good. I think it fits a lot better. I know in the review... I'm sorry, crap. I'm tired. Either I'm tired or I'm jacked up on sugar. But, I probably stumbled my words a bit. But the key thing is that, it was a good time. I did like it. I think it had a good message of, this could be iffy spoiler, so just really more generic. Like, I'd say more, like, love your differences. That's the general gist I got of the movie. Like, it's different from the first one, from why be yourself, you could be like everyone else, to have the general theme be who you are. I think this movie's theme is really to own up to who you are. I think in this day and age, I think themes like that can really help out people. I think it's a good message to tell kids. I think it's amazing that they're getting the Addams Family to do it. That's pretty good. I can tell you there is some stuff that could get dated. I know they mentioned Billie Eilish, but it's nothing really, like, it's nothing bad. Like, it was just a small reference when Gomez is talking to Cousinette. So, with that out of the way, that could have been a spoiler, but it's not too much of the plot. Another thing to look out for, too, there is some flatulence humor in it, but it's nothing bad. Like, I was expecting some fart jokes in there. Actually, no, I lied. I wasn't expecting any, but the some they had, they can be funny. They all have to do with their pet lion. So, really, it's nothing that bad. I know there's a progressive sign in there. That's some paid advertising. But it's a small point. Like, yeah, it is front in my face, a giant progressive billboard. I think it's in some of the trailers. But after it's done, it's just something. It's like, okay, it happened. Let's go on. But after that, it's now time for spoilers, hot takes, and my first opinions on the movie. So if you want to watch this movie, all I can tell you is go watch it. It's an amazing time to watch. I watched it by myself in a mostly empty theater. So I think if you're going to watch it, I think this would be a good movie to watch with your friends. If not, it can have a good message for you. But oh, I'm sorry, I'm seeing people outside my rear view window. I know when the movie started, I did like it, how it was going through science fair stuff, really expressing the Addams. Like, it's a good introduction and a good way to start off the Addams Family movie. There was a point where, you know, when the Addams came in after Wednesday's preparing for her science fair project, you know, they come in, it's like the doors open, it's like this giant luminous shadow, it comes like a monster, and they just separate a part of it, and it's like that, you know, that's pretty funny. I know it really starts helping a lot of plots start, like the idea of, Wednesday not feeling like she fits in the family, Pugsley trying to get a girlfriend. There's this point where, like, the real thing to kick it off is Wednesday is trying to be the best. Like, she's trying to be the best in her science fair project by figuring out a way to mess with people's DNA and genes, so there's a chance that they don't... Like, if you don't like something about them, they can just take it out, and then you could replace something you do like, or not. You know, it's always possible. Alright. I know another thing is that, like, after the whole event with the science fair and the idea, and, like, one of the big things was that who's the winner? Well, technically everyone, they said everyone's a winner for participating. Wednesday's going on a spiel about it. You know, I agreed with her. It's like getting a participation trophy is not too good in my opinion. I'm personally, like, if you win, you get the trophy, you get the prize. Just participating and making everyone a winner, it really lowers the value of being good. Like, saying, oh, that just trying deserves award. Like, there could be people there that don't try, they're just forced to go there. And getting an award, that's... I don't really appreciate that too much. But, another thing is that, really after that, going off on Wednesday believing that, you know, she doesn't feel connected to the family. And the main plot thread comes in, like, I do like how the plot threads through. Like, the Addams decide we're going on a vacation, we gotta connect to our kids more. And then, at the science fair, there was this guy, there was this guy, he appeared in a hologram. We later learned that, he really wants Wednesday, like, you know, he started funding a bunch of these science fairs so he can find someone to help him. You know, he gets these two henchmen. One's voiced by the guy who, he plays Rex in the Toy Story series. He plays the small guy in The Princess Bride. I forgot his name, but saying those descriptions, probably pretty easy to figure out. I know he's like a Pixar guy. But they're trying to follow the Addams, trying to get to Wednesday, and, you know, they're going everywhere. And like I said before, Fester got mixed DNA with a squid, because that was all part of Wednesday's science fair project. So there are points where he's really appreciating stuff about water. So after they go to Niagara Falls, some stuff happens there. And then the two guys come to them, and then they decide to go off. There's a point they go to Texas. I think it's San Antonio. And so, like, they said they're paying their respects to the Alamo. It's pretty funny, because it's just some motel. I think it's called, like, the Alamo Motel. Just the T was, I think, like, the rest of motel was just, like, not working correctly, so the Addams saw as the Alamo. And, you know, they just quickly go in, because those two guys follow them in. And, after that, they have to try to figure out a way to, stay away from those guys. This was a pretty funny part, and something I do like about the movie. Gomez, as you know, Gomez mostly talks like a Spanish accent, pulls off this amazing Western accent, and it's just amazing. It's already making me smile again. His mannerism, the way he moves, that's pretty funny. Just trying to mimic, be like everyone, and quickly signs up Wednesday to this beauty pageant just so they can all get away. That is pretty funny. And then they change their appearance to dress up like they tried to disguise themselves, I think, like oil tycoons. And so they just all dress up in these Western style costumes. It's pretty funny. And then after that, they just they go into the beauty pageant, they watch it, and then they almost get caught again. I did like the clothing attire they all wore. It was nice to see Morticia not in like a dress. Like, she was in jeans, and sure, it's like nice animation. Like, all of it was pretty good. Until this point, they went to the Grand Canyon, and then they finally figure out, hey, you know, Wednesday's starting to realize maybe something's wrong. Maybe these aren't my parents. So she does a DNA test with Gomez's hair, and it just... No. Sorry, I was trying to think of a plot. There's this one gag where Wednesday's trying to pull out Gomez, like a bit of Gomez's hair. I remember there's this one point where she's trying to pull a nose hair, and I started thinking, because it goes near the end of the film, that's what she took out, and I remember, no, she took out the head hair. But she did the DNA scan, and it's not a match. So she realizes, because the two guys came by, she kills off the Rex voice guy, but not his companion. His companion's like some beefy guy that him and Lurch really connect with, because we learn near the end of the film. I'll say it. I know that at one point, like after she realizes, you know, she's not part of the family, the main guy who tried to fund all the science fairs, he's the villain. He's taking, when he says, yeah, come to my house Wednesday, you're my real daughter. Because then there's this giant spiel about, there was this one point I didn't like about the film, was near like the end of it. No, it was in the middle. I thought they were going to do one of these plot things like, oh, it was the baby reversal. Is Wednesday really their daughter? And I thought, I don't know. But then they show a flashback seeing Fester, like, just doing something with the babies. And, like, he does, like, this one juggling act. And, like, he says he attempts to put all the babies back in their spots. Seeing that flashback and seeing what Wednesday looked like, you know, I think it'd be not hard to distinguish Wednesday from the others. Because it said Wednesday was the only baby not crying. And suddenly when they all just fell asleep, they're all thinking, oh, you know, Wednesday could have been switched. And I realized, I hope that's not the case. They go through with that plot, but it also does one of those things where, like, Gomez says, you know, no matter what, even if you're not my daughter, we're still going to treat you like you are. And after that, they all go to... I know Wednesday and Lurch go to California, and I like that they gave my boy Lurch some more plot. I know they go to California because Wednesday's all sad that she's realizing maybe she's not an Addams, and she needs to go see her father. And Lurch is, you know, staying by Wednesday's side, and Wednesday's like, oh, you know, Lurch, why are you coming? And then after some grunts and groans, Wednesday just says, you know, good point. Lurch isn't an Addams. He just became one. And then after that, they head off to California. I forgot the place. I have to watch the movie again. I think it begins with San. I can't remember. I'll probably watch it later if it comes on DVD. When it does. But they go over to California, and, you know, Wednesday meets up with the scientist, and he says, hey, you know, you're my father, you're my daughter, and I can't wait to see what we can accomplish together. And we're seeing some pretty freaky people. I know he says his wife is this half woman, half, I think it's flamingo. And then she says his daughter, like this is the daughter she thought, like he thought was her. I'm just going to flat out say it was a lie. It does tie a lot near the end. I know Fester doesn't come near the end battle because since he got part squid DNA, he's transformed into a giant squid that goes into this finale. Now I feel kind of stupid now. I forgot one of the biggest parts that I loved. There's a point where Wednesday and Lurch go into a biker gang, and it starts a joke that pays off near the end, where Wednesday tells Lurch, "All right, Lurch, show him what your cold dead hands can do." And so it looks like Lurch's about to fight them. He goes to a piano and he starts singing "I Will Survive." And I just love that part. It felt amazing to watch. And to go near the end, the Addams are deciding, like they finally figure out, no, this guy's not Wednesday's real dad. He forged the DNA. The supposed wife and kids, those are animals he's trying to turn to humans. Or human, either that or they're humans he's trying to turn to animals. I couldn't decide really. Because Pugsley is falling in love with this girl that technically would have been his sister. And I thought that was kind of weird. Until there's a point that they're eating something and then, they're just eating.
Blowout plays into it.
Alright. Sorry, my light went out. I thought I ran out of battery for that. It's like, but no, I know that after that, they're just eating without silverware, and then suddenly the girl just starts turning back into a pig. So I can't tell if it was their animals turning to humans or humans with part animals and they just didn't work correctly. But I know near the end they finally figured out he's not Wednesday's real dad. And I know that once he captures the Addams and he tries to do that DNA mixer thing for as tests, and he says, I'm going to change you guys. And then Fester just comes out as this giant squid monster, because the guy, once they broke through with Lurch and the guy's henchmen, we later learned, hey, they have a connection. They were cellmates in the asylum. And after that, that guy gets mutated into this giant monster concoction. And then Fester starts attacking them. And then, it's action-packed. I love the fight. Something about that fight just seemed amazing. And then I know after that, Wednesday turns Fester back into a normal person. Back to the Fester. And, they just go up. They said, they started contemplating, hey, we love you guys. It get real sentimental. It was heartwarming. That's true. I know the girl Pugsley fell in love with turned back to normal. I don't think the wife did. That's kind of sad. But because of that, we're nearing the end. We're at the end. The Addams come back to their house, and Grandma didn't come on the trip because she said to host a party at the Addams to make pretty good money. She said it makes me wonder if Grandma is all in on the Addams craziness, because she just comes home and Grandma's like, hey, the party got out of hand. It was just some people, and the Addams like, man, nice welcoming gift. And she's like, yeah, it's a welcoming gift. And I was like, I don't know, since she's Gomez and Fester's mom, I think she'd be the type of person to expect, they could see it as a welcoming gift, not something to be mad at. Yeah, it is their house. But I know after they're having fun. Cousin Nate comes back and they're all dancing. And Wednesday gets final question. You know, Father, I took a piece of your hair and my hair, and it said it wasn't a match. What's going on? Like, who is my dad? Gomez said, no, I am your dad. The reason it didn't match, because it was pretty funny. Crap, I'm not focused, am I? I'm just going left and right. Go back to the battle. Wednesday does the one thing where you said a word, show her your cold dead hands. Like she said before, is there a piano in the room? And the guy just says, no, there's no piano in the laboratory. It's like, all right, perfect. That means Lurch is going to attack you. And I thought that was a good payoff to the joke. But near the end, we learned Gomez had a napalm accident, and like, you know, he did like a little thing, like, oh, his toupee went up. And it's like, man, that's pretty interesting. And after that, I thought it was pretty good. It was a nice, heartwarming ending. Be the popcorn on my shirt. I love the ending. They had a nice rendition of the Addams Family theme, where I thought they were sequel baiting for the next film, where he said next time we go on a vacation, this time let's go around the world instead of just in the country. So I thought they're just going to leave it at that. But the credits were like a photograph thing of them going around the world. And I thought, you know, that's pretty interesting. All in all, I'll just say this movie was a good time. Better than the first one. If you haven't seen the first one, you don't need to. The second one is better. I believe the message is clear. The characters work better. I think the jokes are funnier. I think this movie, Addams Family 2, was an all-around good time. I would give it the Tucker thumbs up. All in all, I say if you're going to watch it, I'd say go do it. Probably don't be like me and watch it by yourself in an empty theater. I mean, you can't control the empty theater, but try not to watch it by yourself unless you do, to make your own opinion. Tucker's hungry. It's almost 11 o'clock. I gotta try to find a restaurant that's open. Tucker, out.